Hello everyone, this is Shreyas Kamath here, and today we'll be doing our very first n8n tutorial video. And this video is about creating a simple AI agent, which basically when you send an email ID and you want an email to be sent to this particular person, you can send it effortlessly using AI, right? So this is n8n. What is n8n is basically a no code, low code automation software, so you can just straight away log in and you'll get this particular interface. And you have an option called as create workflow here. Let's click on that. And so this is the canvas. So here it's mentioned as my workflow 13. Let's rename it as an email agent. There we go. So now we have to add our first step. So how are we able to use this workflow? When are we gonna use this workflow? We need a trigger, right? So what we'll be using as a trigger is we'll be using on form submission. I'll show you how it works. Firstly, let's keep the form title as email agent, it doesn't matter. And then add form element, let's say name. Okay, let this be text. Name in the sense whom you want to send an email to, the senders, not the senders, the receiver's name, got it, and the receiver's email. And this element type should be email, got it. And we'll add another form element, that is about what you want that particular email to be about. This should be text as it is. Let's execute the step, and this is how our form looks right now. Let's fill it quickly. Shreyas, and this is my other email ID, and about meeting at 7 p.m. on 15th of October. Okay, the form is submitted. Let's go to the next steps. So the meeting, the sender's email, not the sender's email, the receiver's email is been sent. The receiver email is the receiver's name has been sent, and the description of an email is already sent using form. So now what we need is a chat model, that is a Gemini chat model, Google AI chat model, or OpenAI chat model, or whatever it is. Okay. So for this particular video, I'll be using Google Gemini chat model, and for this we'll be using a messenger model. Okay, we can choose anyone from the list, it's all good. Okay, 2.5 flash. Okay, I'll go with this 2.0 pro X. Okay, done. Okay, prompt will do that. Okay, prompt should be write an email about this thing, about. I'll paste this particular thing. Okay, I'll go to expression and I will full screen this. Okay, done. Write an email for this. Okay, and then we also need a system message. We'll give a set of instruction to this model, like how the email should be generated. So for that we'll be using Gemini, guys. We'll be like, okay, I'll be using please write a system prompt for n8n. I need it to generate an email, which should be short and simple. At the end it should say thanks and regards, Shreyas. And if any information is not provided by the user, the information should be completely neglected and not be mentioned in the email. And so create a detailed system prompt for n8n workflow. n8n n8n. Okay, done. Thanks and regards, Shreyas. I'm using Gemini Pro, actually I got it for free. Let's wait for that. Yeah, okay, here we go. So I'll just copy the whole thing and paste it in the system message. Here we go. Also, you need to also mention that output the following parameters as for following parameters as follows. First one, subject, and next one is body. Okay, and this is kind of mandatory, guys. Done, 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 done. Okay, let's execute the step. Let's see how it goes. Okay, here's an email, subject, meeting reminder. This a reminder for the okay, done, done, done. This works, guys. Mm, don't mention any introduction. Straight away to the point. That is generating an email. Generating an email with subject and body. Okay, let's execute this once more. Okay, done. So we have received an output from Gemini model. Now what we need to do is we need to send this particular message to um, Gmail, right? So I'll be clicking on Gmail and we'll be like send a message. Send a message. Here we go. And two is already mentioned from our on form submission, and it's here. Email is I'll just drag and drop it over here, and I should name the subject and also the message, and also the email type should not be HTML but it should be text. Okay, I'll click on back to canvas again, and but before that, as you can see, the text, the output which is generated by Gemini is not the subject and body is not separated, so I just can't drag and drop it in this particular Gemini field, Gmail field. So as you can see, this subject and body is generated at a single output, as a single output, right? I can't drag this whole thing and I can't drag this whole thing and put it over here because it will also generate the subject. So what I need to do is I need to make this subject and the body separate. So for that particular reason, I'll be using code tool. This particular code, it's run custom JavaScript or Python code. I'll be using JavaScript and run once for all items. And you just need to clear select Control A and yeah, backspace it. Again, let's go to Google Gemini and let's say to write a code for this as well. Okay, write a code in JavaScript, which actually an email. Just a second, guys. Yeah, write a code in JavaScript. A Gemini model has generated an email. It has generated in a single output format, including the subject and the body. I want the subject and the body to be in separate parts in an n8n workflow. N8n workflow and n8n workflow, and also I can add generate JavaScript code to separate the subject of the email and body of it in and make it two items and make it two separate items in n8n. Let's see how the code will be generated. I'll just copy this and paste it. and let's execute this step. Okay, here we go. The subject and the body is completely separated now, and we can drag it and drop it in the email node, Gmail node. So send a message node here, and the subject, I'll just drag this and drop it over here, enter, and body, I'll drag and drop it in the message field, and that's it, as simple as that. And also, I forgot to mention that we need to set up Google credentials, and for that, I'll be doing a separate video on that in my future videos. So stay tuned, do subscribe to this channel. Yeah, the credential should be filled here, credential to connect with. I'll make a separate video on that, or if not, you can find any other YouTube videos. They'll explain it very neatly. And let's just execute this workflow. Yeah, just play this again. Okay, it said the node is completely executed successfully. Let's just check that out. I'll refresh it. Yeah, there we go. Quarterly reports and next steps. Please find the attached quarterly reports for your review. Uh, we'll discuss the findings and plan our next steps in the meeting scheduled for this Friday. And as you can see, it says this email was sent automatically with n8n. And to remove this particular thing, what we need to do is we need to add option, go to append n8n attribution, and toggle that off. And if you execute the step again, you won't get this particular thing. Can you guys see the difference? This is how it works. With a simple email agent, of course, you can write long prompts, exactly, you can tweak it a bit, and you can customize it for your specific needs, for your business needs, for your company needs, etc. This was a rough idea. This was a very simple email agent which sends email to a specific person. Can you also send bulk emails as well? But it's a very simple workflow for beginners. I hope this video was super useful. Thank you so much, guys.